Hello there, my beautiful Leos, and welcome to or back to your channel. This is your daily reading for Tuesday, August 25th. Keep in mind, time is fluid, and you can resonate to any reading on this channel if you have strong Leo in your birth chart. Leo, we're going to start off this daily with a fortune to see what your fortune is for the day, and you have surprise. A disappointment will be followed by a pleasant surprise. An invitation could bring love to those searching. All right, so single Leos, you may be surprised by what comes your way in terms of your love life if you are single and searching and looking and putting yourself out there. Others of you in a very general aspect and or because you can resonate to both. A disappointment is going to be followed by a pleasant surprise. I actually really love this fortune card. It is one of my favorite ones from this deck because I love a good turnaround, you know? So there's definitely a turnaround in your energy today, something very favorable happening for you, feeling good, feeling like something, you know, sometimes people don't like surprises, but when this card comes through, be open to the unexpected, be open to the element of surprises, because a lot of the times some things may come in unexpectedly and be even better than what we anticipated, especially once it's followed from a disappointment. So there could be an area of your life, a relationship, a situation that has disappointed you that's going to have a beautiful, very surprising turnaround. The angel that is with you is connect with music. Thank you, angels, for inspiring me through music. Some of you are a musician. Some of you singles going out listening to music could be very beneficial to make connections around this time. Some of you may also be in a position of discovering new music. Sometimes when this card comes out, I feel rediscovering music. You know when like you put on a song that you haven't heard before, or you randomly hear a song that you haven't heard before, and it just like awakens this energy inside of you. And then you play it on repeat for like the whole day once you have rediscovered it. Allow music to take hold in your energy. Sound is a very healing vibration, and music holds that healing vibration. So some of you may definitely find yourself, I don't know, maybe live band, maybe going to see like a specific DJ or something like that, but you're being called to the angels to connect with music. And I am receiving a random download right now. Some of you may hear a song that reminds you of a passed on loved one. So pay attention, you know, when you're in the elevator or you're walking through the food store, you know, they have music playing. There's a sign for you through some type of music when this angel comes in. You also have the energy of the sun in Pisces with higher purpose. Align yourself with love and wisdom. Beautiful. So this card brings you spiritual evolution. And I do feel like for a lot of you Leos, there has been some type of spiritual lessons being learned, shadow work, dark night of the soul energy that you have been going through that I've been seeing in your readings. So the fact that you have the sun in Pisces is actually a pretty beneficial card. Pisces being the last zodiac sign, and this card signifying higher purpose. A lot of you are successfully coming out of a cycle of shadow work, dark night of the soul energy, realigning yourself with the love and the wisdom of the divine and your higher self, very specifically when this card comes through. So this card also signifies you can have like a level of feeling like zen per se, or just feeling more zen than usual, feeling just more at ease, feeling less anxious, feeling more balanced in your own energy. Some of you may, you know, both of these people in these two cards are in, what sitting position is that called? Indian style with the legs crossed. Some of you may find yourself in that seated position, maybe even doing yoga or something. All right, let's see what you have from the Quantum Oracle for the day here, Leo. And your Quantum Oracle is an energy card number 1 with courage. Beautiful. This is a really, really good card to get from the Quantum Oracle, because if you see this person has on armor that is shining and they are walking out of that darker part of the forest into the energy of the light. So this is, there is some type of successfully coming out of shadow work energy and dark night of the soul theme that you have been getting, Leo. I feel like with this card coming through, it symbolizes that so much stronger too, especially with the symbolism of this person wearing armor. You have gone through the darkness and you have come out stronger. You have come out more capable and you have come out more courageous. So some of you may actually take some action around this time or feel called to take action around this time. That feels like it's like a courageous step for you. Let's see what your tea leaf card is before we open up the spread and get your tarot out. And your tea leaf is the beetle with good fortune. I mean, beautiful energy. So there could be some like insect symbolism. I'm not super into insects, but I have a best friend. She's actually a Taurus. Maybe it's the earthy energy. She'll pick up a bug. She'll do anything with nature. So I don't know, some of you may have some like insect signs over there or some connections, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. The beetle coming through showing you good fortune is yours to have. Let's see what your overall energy is from the tarot. And you have moving on with the 8 of Cups. This is exactly what's happening for you here. Leo, you are coming out of an emotional you're coming out of like emotional turbulence. You are successfully discovering what needs to be moved on from for you to sit in your energy of wisdom, of love, of power, of courage. So whatever has been holding you back, you know, in your last, not in your last reading, I think it was a reading before that when you got the Quantum Oracle with Discovery, a lot of you are figuring out what really needs to be purged from your emotional system for you to reap more reward and just for you to have just like a better energy, more at ease energy, not letting the past have a hold on you any longer. So let's clarify the 8 of Cups. Hello to the devil. There you go. You're literally coming out of Dark Night of the Soul. That's exactly what I was just explaining with the symbolism of this card. How crazy is that? This is what you're walking away from. All those self-sabotaging thoughts, ideas, feelings, fears, whatever was keeping you attached, keeping you codependent to that darker energy. You're finally figuring out how to move away from it. This is a really nice overall energy. What's coming your way is the King of Pentacles. Could be a very stable or secure person coming in for you or around you today. Somebody who's showing you their commitment, showing you their stability, showing you their support. Your influence is the 3 of Pentacles. So you're open, you're collaborative. Your energy is attracting in energy that feels stable and secure. Some of you may find a new way or learn another way to make money. With the 3 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles as what's coming your way. You may be actually moving on from like some... Why is the lawnmower so loud? Sorry if y'all can hear that. If you've been holding on to certain fears of doing certain things financially or to make money, you may finally be gaining the courage to move away from it, especially because you have good fortune here. In whatever way, shape, or form. You know, I'm going to use the example. You have connect with music. Maybe you're a musician, but you're really scared to put your stuff out there. You're really nervous to get your music out there, whatever you have to offer out there out of fear of like judgment, fear of negativity, fear not everybody's going to like it, this, that, and the other. It looks like your overall energy is successfully moving on from something that has been really holding you back from living out your higher purpose and being courageous for yourself. What's unexpected is the Knight of Swords. There could be some fast-paced communication that comes in, some type of messages that come in pretty quickly. Your advice is the World, so allow the completion of the cycle to occur and embrace your future, embrace your present moment. Your outcome is the Page of Swords. Yeah, you're learning something here. You are learning something. You are figuring something out. Some of you may be doing some like research, reading some books, I don't know, looking up some articles or something along those lines. Maybe applying to places to play your music or seeing what's out there or whatever case may be. I'm just using music as an example because that's the angel that came through. But as you successfully move away from what's been holding you back, or what has been causing some type of self-sabotaging energy, or just some energy that you just feel like you know has got to go. It's almost like the Page of Swords becomes more curious of what else you could heal. You know, especially if some of you are actually like finding new ways to make money. Page of Swords could also be in that position of like, oh, all right, what other ways can I have money? What other ways can I create revenue for myself? So you may be surprised that something works for you, that something is successfully happening here for you. King of Pentacles, what's coming your way? 8 of Swords, 10 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. Beautiful. There could be commitment here. King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles to the Hierophant. You know, you do have the surprising energy. So if there has been a lot of uncertainty, a lot of overthinking towards a sense of commitment, towards your security and stability with another person, you may find yourself in a way more happy position, more, what's the word I'm looking for? More secure, more in the position of not feeling like you have to overthink, right? That would be connected to that devil energy. Others of you and or, like I said, singles, an invitation could bring love. Some of you may definitely be in a position of getting yourself out there and connecting to a very secure, stable individual. And I also do feel like for some of you, there is this sense of some type of abundance with your money. But it's going to require you to get out of your head, get out of overthinking, and really put yourself out there. And with the King and the Queen of Pentacles, there actually could be somebody here that helps you. You do have the Three of Pentacles in your influence. Almost like an indication that you're like attracting in support and assistance. 9 of Pentacles in your influence, Ace of Pentacles. You are literally a magnet for commitment, for stable offers, for money right now. Anything that can be stable and secure, you are a magnet for right now. It could be coming in as offers from a person. It could be coming in as a sense of a energy of a raise, a promotion, you know, discovering a way to make more money. You know, if I was using more tea leaf, this combination of cards reminds me of the money path card that says like a path of money is waiting for you to find it. But look at you, Leo. You are attracting in some really nice energy. And you do have the 9 of Pentacles to the Ace of Pentacles. So for some of you, there could be an offer of commitment that comes in for love that concludes your solo journey. Knight of Swords in your unexpected energy, unexpected communication, unexpected news coming in. 3 of Cups, 3 of Swords, the Empress, 333 there. The 2 of Pentacles, the King of Cups. Hello. The 8 of Cups. And the Knight of Pentacles. So you're successfully getting out of some type of painful energy, right? Underneath that courage position. This is where the self-worth is being worked on, right? This is where that fear comes in. How are people going to receive me if I put myself out there? Am I going to get positive energy? Am I going to get negative energy? And the Empress says it doesn't matter what type of energy I get. I know my worth. The 2 of Pentacles sits in the energy of, all right, well, how do I feel about that? How can I incorporate me knowing my worth into making it an everyday practice where I actually sit in this energy of courageousness instead of just feeling courageous for a second, right? And you have the King of Cups that comes in to stabilize the energy with the 8 of Cups is your overall energy, walking away from what's been holding you back. And the Knight of Pentacles comes in to say, slow and steady wins the race. You're not going to be in this position of making millions tomorrow. You know, you may not feel fully, successfully over all of your fears, your doubts, and your potential, fears, doubts, anxieties, things along those lines. The Knight of Pentacles comes to you and says, it's a journey. But you got to start somewhere. And it looks like that's exactly what you are doing. On the world, as your your advice, Knight of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, to the Queen of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. Yeah. So don't let the fear of failure or the fear of what you might receive stop you from putting yourself out there, stopping you from saying yes. There are offers, there are opportunities coming through that you're being guided to say yes to. But you know, that abandonment wound could get triggered, that fear of how am I going to be perceived? How am I going to make more from this? There definitely could be some type of movement here where you are trying to figure out how to balance things out in your own energy, where you consistently stay courageous. Because, you know, sometimes we get like sparks of motivation, right? We're like, yeah, I'm going to get my stuff out there. And on Wednesday, you do it, and then you forget about that energy for weeks and weeks and weeks. And that's where your advice is coming in the sense of not expecting things to happen overnight, but also not being in the position of giving up too quickly because you're not necessarily maybe getting instant gratification. Because you do have the surprise fortune, which signifies that one moment in time with this, there will be instant gratification. And I feel a couple different storylines in this reading. I feel like there could be commitment from a partner coming through. There also could be a sense of, if you're single and you've been putting yourself out there, there could be like physically connecting to somebody new. I also do feel like there's like a new money path that's available for you to find it. Whether it is in applying to a job or starting something on your own. Page of Swords in your outcome with the Tower, the King of Wands, the Page of Cups, the Page of Swords again. So you are going to see by your own efforts and your own energy and your own openness to learn and stay curious and to continuously absorb wisdom and knowledge, you will be surprised. Literally, your fortune there, and now your outcome has the Tower. 6 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 7 of Wands, 10 of Wands is exactly where I feel like it's not an overnight thing. Queen of Swords, 5 of Cups, and the 3 of Pentacles. There's something about this message here where it's like for example, say there's a strengthening of a connection moving into commitment, right? That's the next level of learning from each other. Like, okay, what makes this person feel secure? What makes this person feel reassured? What makes this person feel loved? You know, moving into different phases of things. So I feel like as that occurs for you, it's in this position with that 3 of Pentacles of understanding that it's a learning process. It's a journey. So, right, if you meet somebody new and you've been closed off for a while, you may have to have that moment with yourself of like, okay, I know we're anxious. I know we're feeling like we want to keep our guard up. I know we're fearing disappointment, right? There it is. 5 of Cups, disappointment, followed by a pleasant surprise, 3 of Pentacles. But I feel like this energy could be better than you expected, but you might not see that within going to sleep and waking up. There's a lot of 3s in this reading, so I would signify like 3 days, 3 weeks energy here as you see the journey and the unfolding of this happening. And I also do feel like for some of you, there's got to be some type of shift or some type of addition or some type of change that's happening to some type of career position here for you. And I'm feeling more for people who potentially are entrepreneurs or like business owners or something like that. And if that's not the case, it seems like that's what I feel like, that tea leaf, that new money path, right? And you do have the beetle of good fortune, so you definitely have some good abundant energy coming through. But I also do feel like for loving connections, especially people in relationships, there's definitely some movement to higher level commitment. Whether going into dating to full commitment or going into commitment to proposal or to marriage or something like that. There's definitely an energy here of somebody taking you serious or making you a serious offer. So let's see what your ending oracle is in terms of zodiac signs in your spread that could be around you or in your chart. You have Taurus, you have Capricorn, you have Pisces, you have Libra, you have Scorpio. Yeah. So now let's get your ending oracle from the Starseed Oracle. You have deep cellular healing, Arcticus energy, physical and emotional healing. Beautiful. And I'm not surprised that you have that because you have been getting a lot of, like I mentioned before, like moving out of dark night of the soul energy, moving out of shadow work energy. There could be something very specific that you would like healed physically and emotionally. Some of you may actually even come into contact with a connection to your physical body, to your emotional healing process at this moment. All right, your body knows how to heal. Healing is your natural state. Physical and emotional disharmony can be a reflection of how your world, inner and outer, have been out of alignment. If you're suffering from a mystery or chronic illness, don't allow yourself to think you've done something wrong. Something wrong. Today, it's difficult to navigate our health. If this card is made way to you, you're being called to focus on your healing in practical ways, to prioritize your health, to be kind and tender to your miraculous body, to give yourself the grounding and care you need, to put your body first, to nourish yourself as you would a newborn baby, to treat yourself with tender care. You may be called to switch things up with your body or your emotional well-being, to call in a team of helpers to support you in navigating any challenges you may be experiencing emotionally or physically. The Arcticans are a galactic group of beings who have mastered deep cellular and emotional healing. They want you to know that it's possible to feel vibrant in your body and well in your skin, to have your cells return to effervescence and vitality, to find calmness and connectedness, to have a soothed nervous system and a tranquil heart. And that's literally your overall energy. A soothed nervous system. The devil energy right there would signify fears, doubts, super high anxiety, panic, things that you just feel like you're chained to. And that Eight of Cups is just like the best card you could have gotten, where there is not only just emotional healing you're moving into, but there's also physical healing. So some of you, this activation or this moving through or this release or this purge emotionally may have actually triggered like a physical something, whether you got sick or something decided to be in pain in your body or something like that. It's like a double dose of healing. Your physical body feels it as your emotional body goes through the release. So this is what I have here for you, Leo, for the day. Thank you for being here and for watching. Sorry if you could hear the lawnmower in the background. I do apologize for that. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't lose the channel. Oh, I do have 3 private readings up for booking on my Etsy shop. I did make a post about it a couple days ago. So I don't know, maybe by now they may already be sold out, but who knows? You never know. So if you do want a private reading, check my Etsy shop, see if any one of them are left on sale. I did put 3 of them out. So thank you, my beautiful Leos. Talk to you soon. Bye now.